Hey guys, how's it going? Today, I'm going to be featuring the Azurlane Baltimore, the Tier 7 premium version of the Tech Tree Baltimore. Now, between these two ships, I do prefer the Azurlane Baltimore over the Tech Tree Baltimore, and not just because it's a premium, so that means it earns more credits. No, I do prefer the Azurlane Baltimore because of the changes that were made. Back when both of these ships got buffs, the Azurlane Baltimore received a buff to the main battery reload, while the Tech Tree Baltimore got a buff to the shell velocity, the main battery accuracy, and the turret traverse. Now, some of you may be wondering why I would prefer a reload increase instead of the accuracy increase, especially when Baltimore can absolutely wreck cruisers. Well, the main reason is because of the shell velocity increase. Now, the way that AP penetrations work is that the shell has to arm on a certain armor threshold and then spend enough time within the hull to detonate, which is the fuse time. So basically, the increase to shell velocity will cause slightly more overpens at close range. There has been many instances, and I'm sure you have experienced, a cruiser at point blank range that has a fairly large citadel, and you simply shoot and you get a bunch of overpens. Basically, the shell velocity doesn't allow your fuse time to detonate within the hull, so that is why you get overpens. The Azurlane Baltimore has about a 1 second reload over the Tech Tree Baltimore using the same exact build. The Azurlane Baltimore kept the original shell velocity, which means at close range you will definitely be able to citadel those cruisers that with the Tech Tree Baltimore you would probably end up overpenning. Another reason I prefer the Azurlane Baltimore's reload over the Tech Tree's accuracy is simply because I use Shelly Beepley, which means I am going to be pretty close to every engagement to try and make my stealth radar work. So basically, I don't really need that extra shell velocity or the accuracy to hit ships at 17 plus kilometers because I only have 15.3. I think I did mix up my updates. I believe when the Baltimore and AL Baltimore were buffed at the same time, the main battery for the Tech Tree Baltimore actually got a penetration increase and not the turret traverse. I think the turret traverse came much later. Anyway, those were the overall buffs that were given to the Tech Tree Baltimore. So overall, looking at both of the Baltimores, I think the only thing the Tech Tree Baltimore has over the Azurlane Baltimore is the accuracy buff. The Azurlane Baltimore with the build I use, I'm still able to citadel cruisers at max range. I'm also able to keep some pretty good accuracy, as you can see triple citadeling that Suzuya. And the shell velocity, in my opinion, hurts the ship more than it actually helps, because if you're that far away, trying to make the shell velocity work hitting targets at long range, you're not where you're supposed to be so that your radar is useful. But that's pretty much all I have to say about the Baltimore and Azurlane Baltimore, and for the most part this video. Now, what I want to do is cover a roadmap that Wargaming has just published. It does cover quite a bit with things that the community has been requesting, such as clans and training rooms, as well as a better detailed statistics page. So the first thing that they mention is port switching, or the ability to select the port that you want displayed in game. This was a feature that was asked pretty much from the release of the game, and they are finally going to do it. There is no date as to when they will, but we do know that it is coming. Previously, they said that there was limitations for the game, so it couldn't be done, but I guess something has changed because now it's going to be done. The next thing that they mentioned was an extended service record, or the ability to see some better details. They also had a couple of pictures showcasing your statistics and essentially how well you perform. They do mention that they will also have individual ship statistics available as well, which is a very nice feature. This is something that also has been asked for a very long time, because the only real way to actually see some ship statistics is to go to Wargaming support and request or export your data from that account page. So far, 2 out of 2. I am very pleased with the updates that are going to be coming to the game, especially since those have been asked for a long time. Next is training rooms. This is something that has been asked pretty much from the entire player base and not just the competitive players. Training rooms and clans were supposed to come at the same time essentially, with the social feature essentially what I believe to be putting a clan tag in front of your username. However, they straight up came out and said that they can only bring one of those features within 2022, and they have decided to bring training rooms, especially after that one day where everyone simply posted to bring training rooms within their Discord feedback. I am actually very excited for training rooms because now I can showcase how to citadel German battleships more in depth and how to do drive-bys, as that was also something that people have asked me to do. And of course, we can now have fun with our friends using ridiculous builds and simply just having a blast. The fourth thing on the list is special modernizations. They haven't revealed a whole lot, but basically these special modernizations will allow you to improve your performance in the heat of battle dynamically. And basically what I'm thinking this is will be similar to the PC skills that are activated by doing a certain action within a battle. For example, William Halsey, if you get a Confederate, you get a main battery reload buff, or Gunther Lutjens, if you get a certain amount of main battery hits, you get an 8% main battery reload buff, or if you get a certain amount of secondary hits, your secondaries would then reload quicker. I'm not really sure what Wargaming's best way to implement those skills, considering how we have our commander system set up. If I had to imagine, they would actually use World of Warships Blitz and their essentially bonuses that you can add to a ship after it's been elited. But either way, having this new feature is definitely going to help. Hopefully there isn't too many broken skills that will be like will to rebuild and ruin gameplay. The next thing mentioned is the Halloween mode. So obviously next month is October, so we are getting a Halloween mode, and from the image it's showing, what I believe to be the same Halloween event from last year. However, there will now be different difficulties for the event, and also there are different ships. In the image it does show an Iowa, and it has a Halloween skin, so perhaps those skins will be available for purchase. And finally, they mention new ships that you will be seeing until the year ends, and they aren't going to obviously tell us what they are, but you will see them being tested by the community managers and super testers in the regular legendary waters, so keep an eye out. This will be very interesting to see some of the new ships that will definitely be coming in the future, especially being live tested, just like the Pan-European destroyer line and a few premium ships. They also said in the regular legendary waters, so my assumption is that legendary ships will be live tested now, which has not been done yet. I think this is a good thing, so that when legendary ships are released, they aren't underpowered or too cracked like the Des Moines was. I mean, personally, I didn't think the Des Moines was really that bad, especially with Tier 8 being added. However, having a live test for those ships hopefully will bring us better ships that fit this game, and they are still fun to play. Overall, from this entire roadmap, I am particularly happy with what they are doing. I do hope in the future they do keep giving us roadmaps and telling us what is coming at least within the year, or things that they will be doing in the future. But that's pretty much all I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the information and the little things about the Azerlane Baltimore and why I prefer this ship over the Tech Tree Baltimore. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more. Leave a comment down below for any other ships you want to see in the future. But until next time, aloha.
5 minutes.
I need support. Zrozumiałem. I need help.